Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another night of TCF Bible Basketball, the 2021 season. Come on out, play a little b-ball with us. Play a little b-ball, a little basketball. And so we're going to give a few minutes for our players to come in. I'd like to thank everybody who took part in the All-Star break. We had an All-Star game the last couple of weeks, and man, it really showed off some All-Stars. We had some pretty good All-Star basketball players. So now we're back to our regular season, but I really enjoyed the All-Star game as people showed off their biblical knowledge. That was very good. All right, and so we got to continue to grow in the Word of God. Grow in the Word of God, and we need one another. We need to work at it as a team, like we do here in Bible basketball. It's all about teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. So come on in, play a little Bible basketball. We're going to give our players a few minutes to come out of the dressing room, and then we're going to begin our game. I am your referee for the game, and all I do is go with the flow. And then whichever way the ball falls, then it's the computer tells whether it's a dunk or not. And so far, we've been getting some pretty good dunks in here. So as we wait on our team players to come on in, it's been some pretty rough weather here in Chicago and all over the United States. I saw in Mississippi they got snow. Arkansas they got snow. Texas they got snow, and other places. So we got to be careful out there, especially people that's getting snow in places normally get snow. So many times those cities are not prepared with the equipment to plow the snow, to put down salt, some put sand. And so many cities, even states, are not prepared for this type of weather. And so a lot of places, that's why you see so many accidents. Hello, Cousin Muff, Annie Ruth Boo, all of y'all down in Florida. Hopefully y'all doing okay. We could use a little warm weather, but I think it's cold everywhere today. Yeah, everybody's getting a little bit of this winter blast. They call it a polar vortex. All right. So we waiting on our players to come on in. So right now, Cousin Boo is out of the dressing room. I don't know who's stepping in yet. Still waiting on some more. You can play you some little shoot around for yourself. Boo, ain't nothing wrong with the shoot around by yourself. I think a couple weeks ago, Cousin Shirley, she did a little shoot around by herself. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Wow, 77 degrees. Oh man, we could use that. We could use that. Man, our furnaces are on overload here. Wow. We've been close to zero for the last couple of weeks or so. We could use 77 degrees, man. We'll get rid of some of this snow. I think the best that we got coming, they say, is like 33, 35 this Sunday, but that's the highest it's gonna get. So we could use 77 degrees. Man, wow. That's beautiful. That's good weather. All right then, Muff, we're gonna get ready. You can play you some shoot around on your own. So this week we're gonna be looking at the Beatitudes and appointments for your disappointments. And that's what the Beatitudes that Jesus preached about is, appointments for your disappointment. All right, we got the First Lady in here. So look like it's going to be you and the First Lady, Boo and the First Lady. And so we're going to start off in Isaiah 61. Isaiah 61 talks about your appointments for your disappointments. How God is going to appoint you beauty for ashes, joy for sorrow, different things. All right. So let's go to Isaiah 61 and pull up our questions for today. All right. Here's our questions for today. Good evening, everyone. All right. Our first question is, this is upon me. The writer Isaiah said, this is upon me. What? A, the stench of death. B, fear. C, the spirit of the Lord. Or D, heartache and shame. All right. Hello to my brother Kenny. He done got in on this. All right. Come on in, brother Kenny. All right. So what did Isaiah say is upon me? The stench of death, fear, the spirit of the Lord, or heartache and shame. All right, we're going to take off down the court first with this one here. Let's head down the court. Isaiah 61, that's where we at. And Cousin Muff said, the spirit of the Lord. First Lady said, the spirit of the Lord. So back and forth, they going with the spirit of the Lord. What you say, my brother Kenny? What did Isaiah 61 say is upon him? All right, there you go. The spirit of the Lord. Is that correct? That is correct. All right, y'all come out of the dressing room flying 360s. And already the spirit of the Lord is upon me. Let's head on down the court with the next question. Next question says, the Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings unto who? The Lord has anointed me to preach good tidings unto A, kings and princes, B, the meek, C, noblemen, D, men of war. Look at that. First Lady jumped up right away, said he good tidings unto the meek. Are we in agreement, or is it kings and princes, the meek, noblemen, or men of war? Who has the Lord anointed Isaiah to preach good tidings unto? Remember, Jesus said these same words. All right, look at that. I go Muff, she in agreement, said that meek. What about my brother Kenny? Who you said the Lord has anointed Isaiah to preach good tidings unto? The kings and princes, the meek, noblemen, are men of war. You gonna be in agreement, or you gonna try to steal from them? You stay on the sideline of this one here as the clock ticks down. We're ticking on down. All right, look like my brother came on the sideline of this one here. And so it is the meek. There you go. All right, he got in there at the last second. That is correct. The Lord has wanted me to preach good tidings unto the meek. And that's what the Beatitudes was all about, good tidings unto different people. I mean, many people. And that's what Jesus preached with that Sermon on the Mountain. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. It says, I'm sent to proclaim this to the captives. Was he anointed or sent to proclaim to the captives? A, defeat. B, liberty. C, despair. D, judgment. Isaiah said he was sent to proclaim what to the captives? Defeat, liberty, despair, or judgment. Who gonna come on down the court with this one right away? Who gonna come on? There go the First Lady, jumped out there and said liberty. There go Muff. Bound down the court they go with liberty. What is my brother Kenny gonna get in here? Is he gonna get in here at the last second? Always, my brother. What did he say he was sent to proclaim to the captives? Defeat, liberty, despair, or judgment. Time is ticking, brother. Time is ticking. And there go my brother. He said liberty. Is that correct? Are we unanimous with liberty? Yes, everybody said liberty. That is correct. That is correct. Liberty. That's another flying 360. All right. Flying 360. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question, man. Y'all pretty good. He said, I am sent to do this to those who mourn. Isaiah went on to say, the Lord has sent me to do this to those who mourn. A, rebuke them. B, warn them. C, comfort them. Or D, chastise them. What has the Lord sent me to those that mourn? Rebuke, warn, comfort, chastise. There go the first lady jumping up right away. She right on it. She said he sent me to comfort. And here come right behind her with comfort. Get with them, my brother Kenny. Them ladies are moving. There you go. There go my brother Comfort. Is that correct? That is correct. Flying 360. The Lord has sent me to comfort those who mourn. That's an appointment for your disappointment. An appointment of comfort for your disappointment and mourning. He's going to comfort you. That's what those Beatitudes are all about. All right, let's move on down the court with the next question. He said, I will give them this for mourning. What did he say he would give them for mourning? A, the joy, the oil of joy. B, ashes and sackcloth. C, the hope of pilgrims. D, the joy of the dew. What did he say he would give them for mourning? The oil of joy, ashes and sackcloth, the hope of pilgrims, the joy of the dew. Who head down the court with this one here? All right, there go Muff said oil of joy. She took off down the court right away with oil of joy, and first lady with a oil of joy. Down the court they go with that oil of joy. And my brother Kenny stole it and said the joy of the dew. My brother stole it with the joy of the dew. Hello, Sister Brenda Jones. God bless you this evening. We in Isaiah 61. All right, the joy of the dew. What did he say he'd give them for mourning? First lady stole it back from my brother Ken and said of joy for their mourning. God said he would give them for their mourning, all of joy. And there come Muff right back around with the first lady with the oil of joy. They stole it from my brother, and Sister Brenda Jones got with them, said oil of joy. I believe they got you on this one, Kenny. What is it? That is correct. It's the oil of joy, not no dew. Flying 360. God will appoint them joy, all of joy for their mourning. That there's an appointment for a disappointment. All right, my brother, you got in there at the last second. All right, straighten it up. Straighten it up. Let's head on the court with the next question. He says, strangers shall do this. Strangers shall do what? A, take your wives. B, marry daughters. C, eat your food. Or D, feed your flocks. Isaiah went on to say that a stranger shall do this. A, take your wife. B, marry your daughters. C, eat your food. Or D, feed your flocks. Who gonna head down the court on this one here? All right. I go to first lady said, feed your flock. Stand and feed your flocks. The strangers will feed your flocks for you. And Muff got with her. Excuse me. Muff says, feed your flocks. Down the court they go with feed their flocks. Is everybody in agreement? Or is somebody thinking something different? What did God say strangers shall do for you? And they said, feed your flock. They headed down the court with feed your flock. All right. There they go with feed your flock. And there goes Sister Brenda comes in with feed your flock. And there go my brother Kenny said, feed your flock. And y'all unanimous. Is that correct? That is correct. Strangers shall feed your flock. That's another flying 360. All right. Way to go. Next question said, men shall call you this. Men shall call you what? A, blessed among women. B, friend of God. C, sons of wrath. Or D, ministers of our God. What shall men call you? Isaiah 61. Men shall call you what? Hello, Sister Dorothy Hubbard. Men shall call you friend of God, blessed among women, friend of God, sons of wrath, ministers of our God. What shall men call you? And she said, God. All right. And Cousin Muff said, ministers of our God. All right, ministers of our God. What shall people, men call you? Isaiah 61 is where we at. And First Lady said, ministers of our God. People shall call you ministers of our God. All right. I assume you're saying ministers of our God, Sister Brenda and Sister Dorothy, ministers of our God. Brother Kenny stole it and said they're going to call you blessed among women. Down the court, Brother Kenny, go the other way. They go, men shall call you blessed among women. Oh boy, down the court we go with blessed among women. Is we going with blessed or somebody gonna steal it back? Muff, hold it back from you, Kenny, with ministers of our God. And all right, and I assume that's what Sister Brenda saying, ministers of our God. We got two that said friend of God and minister of God. So I assume you're going with minister of God and not friend of God. All right, now. Yeah, I gotta give me a little bit more. Looking for all right, we're going with ministers of our God. Good evening, Reverend E. Finally got in on here with us. All right, Brother Kenny said minister of God. Is that correct? That is correct. There you go, Sister Brenda. That's what I'm looking for. A minister of God. I ain't calling you God now. Minister of God. All right, flying 360 on that one. All right, we're in Isaiah 61 right now. Isaiah 61. These are the appointments for disappointments, the ashes for beauty. All right, the joy for mourning. All right, so let's move on down the court with the next question. All right, that is correct. Reverend E, minister of God. He said, Lord loves this. What does the Lord love? A, judgment. B, wrath. C, vengeance. Or D, chastisement. Yes, God is a food for our soul. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yes, He is. All right. His word is food to our soul. All right. The Lord loves this. A, judgment. B, wrath. C, vengeance. Or D, chastisement. All right, there go Cousin Muff said judgment. And First Lady says judgment. Down the court they go with judgment. The Lord loves judgment. Are we in agreement that the Lord loves judgment? Down the court we're going with judgment. There goes Sister Brenda got in there and said the Lord loves judgment. All right, well, Reverend E and my brother Kenny. All right, there go Reverend E said the Lord loves judgment. Well, my brother Kenny had the Lord, what he love, Kenny? Judgment or what? There we go with judgment. Is that correct? That is correct. We are unanimous. The Lord loves judgment. Flying 360 with that judgment. All right. That's what I call team ball playing. Next question said, the Lord hates this. We know that the Lord loves judgment, but what does he hate? A, grace. B, righteousness. C, robbery for burnt offerings. D, grace for judgment. What does the Lord hate? What does the Lord hate? Sister Brenda said, hello, my brother Kenny. What does the Lord hate? Grace, righteousness, robbery for burnt offerings, or grace for judgment? All right. Here we go. First lady said robbery. Reverend E said robbery. Muff said robbery for burnt offerings. All right. Robbery for burnt offering. There goes Sister Brenda got in there and said robbery for burnt offering. What you say, Brother Kenny? And he says robbery. Is that correct? That is correct. The Lord hates robbery for burnt offering. All right. You think you can steal and then just bring it to God and God be okay just because you brought him an offering? No. No. God don't need our offerings like that. No. All right, then let's head on down the court with the next question. That was a flying 360 on that one. All right. Next question says, God has clothed me with what? God has clothed me with what? Ken said, hello, Sister Brenda. God has clothed me with A, scarlet. B, the garments of salvation. C, the hope of glory. D, a crown of righteousness. What has God clothed me with? Scarlet, the garments of salvation, the hope of glory, crown of righteousness. And that go first lady jumped up and said a garment of salvation, and she passed it to Muff with a garment of salvation. Down the court they go with a garment of salvation. And Sister Brenda said the hope of glory. She stole it and went back the other way, but Reverend E stole it from her and said a garment of salvation. He stole it from Sister Brenda and says the garment of salvation, not the hope of glory. Down the court he goes. Him, Muff, and First Lady said a garment of salvation. All right. Time is ticking. What you say, my brother? Is somebody gonna steal it or go with it? First Lady put a stamp on and said a garment of salvation. Is y'all gonna go with that? Or is somebody gonna steal it as the time tick? All right, Sister Brenda got with them and said a garment of salvation. What you say, my brother? What does the Lord clothe us with? What does the Lord clothe us with? Are you sticking on the sideline on this? And as the clock ticks down, the garment of salvation, is that correct? That is correct. All right, I see you. You got in there, my brother, at the last second. Muff got back down for the rebound with the garment of salvation. That's what God clothes us with, a garment of salvation. All right. So this is the end of Isaiah 61. Those are the appointments for disappointments. And we going into more to the Beatitudes. And the Beatitudes are found Matthew 5. And so let's get ready and go to Matthew 5 to the Beatitudes, which is some more appointments for disappointments. Matthew 5, New Testament, okay? This is Jesus preaching on the mountain. All right, yeah, there we go. So here we go with our questions from Matthew 5, the Beatitudes, the appointments for disappointments in the New Testament. All right, here's our first question. Said Jesus taught the multitude here. Where was he at when he taught the Beatitudes? A, in the temple, B, from a ship, C, from a mountain, or D, in Jerusalem? Where was Jesus at when he taught the multitude, the Beatitudes in Matthew 5? In the temple, from a ship, from a mountain, or in Jerusalem? All right, who gonna head down first on this one? There go Muff said from a mountain, and she passed it to Reverend E. Said it was from a mountain down the court. And that first lady, she said from a mountain. So down the court they go with a mountain. What these other ball players said. We're going with a mountain. All right. Is that correct? Or is somebody gonna steal it? Or what? What my brother said? Any more players gonna get in on that? There go my brother said mountain. It was a mountain as the seconds tick. Is that gonna be it? Is that it? As the seconds tick, let's hit it and let's see. Jesus taught them from a mountain. That is correct. That is correct. Flying 360 on that one. Jesus taught them from a mountain, the Beatitudes. All right, let's head on down the court with the next question. Says, blessed are they that hunger and thirst after what? For they shall be healed. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after blank, for they shall be filled. A, bread and wine. B, wisdom. C, signs and wonders. Or D, righteousness. All right, Sister Brenda, I see you. She got in there. All right. So we on the second question here in Matthew 5. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after what? Bread and wine, wisdom, signs and wonders, or righteousness. All right, First Lady jumped in there and said righteousness, and she passed it to my brother Kenny with righteousness. He passed it to Reverend E. Reverend E passed it to Muff with righteousness. All right, what Sister Brenda said? What she gonna say? Blessed are they hunger and thirst after righteousness. All right. We unanimous on that one. Is that correct? That is correct. Flying 360. All right. Let's head on down the court with the next question. He said, blessed are the merciful for what? These are the Beatitudes. These are the appointments for disappointment. So he said, what kind of appointment he has for the merciful? Blessed are the merciful for what? A, they shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. B, they shall obtain mercy. C, they shall be comforted. D, they shall see God. What's the appointment for the merciful? Come on, y'all. They shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. They shall obtain mercy. They shall be comforted. They shall see God. First Lady said, obtain mercy. But Reverend E stole it from her and said, no, they shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. But there here Muff stole it from Reverend E and said, they shall obtain mercy. And there goes, she passed it to Sister Brenda with mercy. They all take it from you, and there go my brother Kenny with mercy. All right, and First Lady come back in there again with mercy, and they said mercy. They determined that is correct. What happened, Reverend E, on that? They shall obtain mercy, my brother. Flying 360. They stole that one from you. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. All right, that's the appointment for their disappointment. All right, let's head on down the court with the next appointment. He said, blessed are the pure in heart, for what? What's their appointment? Blessed are the pure in heart, for A, theirs is the kingdom of heaven. B, they shall see God. C, God's hand is upon them. D, they shall obtain mercy. All right, Reverend Me, there you go. Get it straight. All right, blessed are the pure in heart, for they what? Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. They shall see God. God's hand is upon them. They shall obtain mercy. There go the First Lady said they shall see God, and she passed it to Muff with see God, and Muff passed it to my brother Kenny. Says see God. Blessed are the pure in heart; they shall see God. All right, yeah. Those three are headed down the court with see God. All right, they going back and forth with see God, and here come Sister Brenda got in there and said they shall see God. All right, down the court. That Reverend me said they shall see God. Is that correct? Blessed are the pure in heart, and that is correct. Flying 360, they shall see God. All right. The pure in heart shall see God. Let's head on down the court with the next question. Next question says, what did Jesus say we should do when we are persecuted for righteousness' sake? When you are persecuted for righteousness' sake, Jesus said, A, mourn, B, question why, C, rejoice, D, fall on your face. What did Jesus say we do when we are persecuted for righteousness? A, mourn, B, question why, C, rejoice, or D, fall on your face. Who gonna go down the court on this one? What should we do when we are persecuted for righteousness? All right, there go my brother Kenneth said, rejoice, First Lady, rejoice. And here come Muff with rejoice. And Sister Brenda said, rejoice. And Reverend E said, rejoice. Man, y'all jumped on that and right quick. Is that correct? Is that correct? That is correct. Man, flying 360 right quick on that. And blessed are you. Jesus said you should rejoice when you are persecuted for righteousness' sake. All right. Let's head on down the court with the next question. Next question said, what two things did Jesus compare us to? What two things did Jesus compare us to in Matthew 5? All right. A, salt and pepper. B, salt and light. C, candle and a dove. Or D, a dove and salt. What two things did Jesus compare us to? A, salt and pepper. B, salt and light. C, candle and dove. Or D, a dove and salt. All right, First Lady jumped up there right quick and took off down the court with salt and light. Down the court she goes, salt and light. All right, and there come Reverend Eve with salt and light. Jesus compared us to salt and light. Down the court we going with salt and light. Those two are going back and forth, and here come Muff in there with salt and light. And there go my brother Kenny. She passed it to him with salt and light. Anybody else going to get in here on this? Is we going with salt and light, or is somebody going to steal it from us, or what? As the seconds tick down, we got salt and light. Is we going to be unanimous or what? Let's check it out. And there comes Sister Brenda. We are unanimous with salt and light, and that is correct. Jesus compared us to salt and light. Flying 360 on that one. All right, let's head on down the court with the next one. Jesus said, whoever calls his brother a fool is what? Whoever calls his brother a fool is what? A, shall be made a fool himself. B, shall be persecuted. C, shall be in danger of hell fire. D, is not wise. What did Jesus say about folks that call his brother a fool? She shall be made a fool himself. He shall be persecuted. He shall be in danger of hell fire. Is not wise. What did Jesus say about them? Hello, Sister Stephanie Mary. God bless you. All right. She said, is not wise. All right. And Sister Brenda said, is not wise. But here come First Lady, stole it from them and said, if you call somebody a fool, you're in danger of hell fire. She passed it to us. If you call your brother a fool, you're in danger of hell fire. First Lady, come back again. You're in danger of that hell fire. You call your brother a fool. Down the court, them two go in danger of hell fire. Somebody gonna steal it from them. They stole it from Sister Brenda, which is not wise. What is we gonna go with? All right. That's the clock tick. What are the ball players at? They still in the dressing room? What? There go my brother Kenny said is in danger of hell fire. If you call your a fool, you are in danger of hell. All right, in danger of hell. You know what's in hell? Fire. There go Reverend E saying in danger of hell, fire. Is that correct? That is correct. Flying 360 on that one. You call your brother a fool, you're in danger of hell. What's in hell? Fire. All right, let's head down the court with the next question. Sister Brenda got in there on the last second with that hellfire. Okay. Jesus said, if we take a gift to the altar and remember brother has ought against us, we should do what? If we take a gift to the altar and remember brother has ought against us, we should what? A, increase the gift. B, go reconcile with our brother. C, ask God for forgiveness. D, offer a sin sacrifice. Jesus said, if we take a gift to the altar and remember a brother has ought against us, we should do what? Increase the gift, go reconcile, ask God for forgiveness, offer a sacrifice. And there go First Lady said, leave and go and reconcile down the court. We go with that down, and she passed to my brother Kenny, who said, go leave and go reconcile. He passed it to Sister Brenda. Sister Brenda passed it to Sister Stephanie. All right, go and reconcile. What are the other ball players said? Is that correct? Is we gonna all be in agreement on that? Waiting on the other two ball players that go muffs. Yeah, go and reconcile. If you at the altar and remember you something going on between you and your brother, y'all got a conflict going on. Then he said, go and reconcile. What about you, Reverend E? Reverend E said, go reconcile. All right, is that correct? That is correct. Unanimous, flying 360. If there's anything going on with you, paying money, asking God to forgive you and you not going to them, ain't gonna work. He said, get up and go. Get up and go. Reconcile. All right. Next question. He said, Jesus said, whoever looks at a woman with lust, what? Jesus said, whoever looks at a woman with lust, A, has dishonored himself, B, has dishonored God, C, has committed adultery in his heart, D, shall be sorely punished. What did Jesus say? If a man looks at a woman with lust, he dishonored himself, he dishonored God, he committed adultery, or shall be sorely punished. All right. Reverend E said he committed adultery. That ain't man said adultery. E, my brother Kenny, all of them said commit adultery. First Lady said commit adultery down the court. They going. They going on that one that has committed adultery. There goes Sister Brenda. And there goes Sister Stephanie with commit adultery. All right, where my Sister Muff at? There she go. Has committed adultery from just looking at her and lusting in his heart. Is that true? Let's hit it. That is true. He has committed adultery if he look upon that woman and lust after her in her heart. All right. So you can't look at the menu. You got to put the menu down. All right. All right. Let's head on down the court with the next question. He said, Jesus said, if someone smites you on the right cheek, what should you do? If somebody smites you on the right cheek, what did Jesus say you should do? A, turn to him the other cheek. B, curse them by the power of heaven. We do a lot of that, cursing folks out. C, smite them back. Yeah, we do that too. You hit me, I hit you. D, take their coat. Yeah, take some from them. What did Jesus say we should do if somebody smite you on the right cheek? All right. There go my brother. He said, turn to him the other cheek. And Sister Brenda said, turn to him the other cheek. All right. Down the court they go with turn the other cheek. All right. First Lady said, turn the other cheek. All right. There go Muff said, turn the other cheek. Stephanie and Sister Brenda said turn the other cheek. All right. Is that correct? Is that correct? Wow, that is correct. Jesus said, hit them back, curse them out, take some from them. He said, turn the other cheek. All right, turn the other cheek. And let's stop there for a second. Let me explain that turn the other cheek to them. Y'all got to dunk on that one. Let's look at this. Turn the other cheek. When Jesus saying to you, turn the other cheek, he was saying to give them another opportunity to do right by the other cheek. They hit this cheek, now turn and give them a chance to do right about that. Now, you don't let that dog bite you twice. No, but you give them an opportunity to do the right thing, is what Jesus is saying. But this time I'm prepared. I'm prepared. But I'm giving you an opportunity to do right where you did wrong. And that's what God wants us to do with people. That's what he means by turning the cheek. You don't just let people beat on you. All right, let's head on down the court with the next. Oh, that was the end. That was the last question. Okay, then that was the last question. So that ends our basketball for this evening. Y'all be sure and keep God first. Have a good evening and be safe out there in the midst of this inclement weather. We got cold, we got ice and snow. Be careful out there. Like they say, if you don't have to go out, don't go out. But if you out there, be careful. Take your time. You got to watch for yourself and for other people. So thank you all for playing our Bible basketball tonight. Have a good evening and keep God first.